Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our podcast.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful people? Dream Team, welcome to another exciting installment of Here's a Thought with the Max. My name is Lerato Macheta.
And I am Petola Macheta.
Yes.
And introducing our South African Sign Language interpreter, Calvin Tetani.
Always such a beautiful experience having Calvin in the building on this beautiful winter's day, guys.
The blankets are
As you can see, you know, my wife's blanket is out. You guys don't know how many layers I have on right now.
Why
because
are you not in with me?
Because I have no idea. I'm just sitting here because you know why? Honestly, because just before we shot this, I'm running up and down. I'm like, okay, let me go and click record. Let me go and make sure the mics are going. Guys, please remember on this platform we like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that notification bell to know every single time we upload a new installment. And it is always such a pleasure hanging out with you every single time. We love you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. And today's conversation. So we literally always bring our pillow talk to this platform. Yeah. And I think because the other time I said, the other time I said we have become the resident sis-dolis.
Yes.
But what is currently happening, guys, in our DMs? And babe, I'm going to stop running away from this.
Cool.
People call me Ospeto. Do people call you Abut Lerato? They do.
Yes, they do.
They do. But guys, please,
uncle.
Can it not get to a point where you call me Mamzo? Please, let's leave it here at Ospeto, Sispeto. Oh, uncle.
Baby, we gotta start facing the guys. We gotta start Sbadala, guys. Sbadala.
And this is why we're here also today, because this is a conversation, guys, that we feel the responsibility to talk about as
100%.
Your uncle and aunt, OC, Abuti. So we recently took out life cover. Guys, we're late bloomers. And not because
only now. Guys.
Yeah, and not because we're irresponsible, but I think because of our careers and the fluctuating seasons, we couldn't really stop, breathe, and think about the important things.
For sure.
Even if we did, because we're in survival mode, we're just like, we'll do it next month. Next month became next year. Next year became 5 years later. Right?
Yeah.
And now we're at a point in our lives where the vision is so much clearer.
Yeah.
The purpose is so much stronger and so much vivid. You know? So
I said to Moaf the other day, guys, that I didn't, honestly, I don't know who else went through this. I didn't understand the difference for the longest time, for like years, guys. Until only like a couple of years ago, I didn't know the difference between vivid and vague. I used to confuse them. I was like,
guys,
guys, I vividly remember. No, Chief, vivid means clearly remember. Anyway, sorry, I'm disturbing you.
No. I think I'm done with that point. So basically, we want to talk about the fact that we took out life cover and just really to encourage you guys to start thinking along those lines if you haven't done so.
The reality is, guys, when you know better, you do better. And the truth is we didn't know better at the time. So one of the things that really inspires me is the thinking that had we asked the right questions, then we would have known. It's not to say that we were in such dire straits that we couldn't have actually paused to think and say, wait a minute, we should probably start looking at life cover, right? And one of the things we want to do on this platform is empower you. We know that our audience, by and large, is quite young, or young and up and coming, or our age and slightly older. And these are conversations that we're saying, guys, we didn't have these conversations like when we should have had them, and this is why we're bringing them to you.
And I think also, guys, just to really demystify somebody. I think just to really, because there's so much stigma attached to life cover. Because there's this whole thing. I don't know where I grew up, if, someone sadly passes away and then the policy diatswa, then extend or your kids start going to better schools, whatever, and it's a case type vibe. And I think people are just nervous about taking care of life cover, taking out life cover because of what batho batla reng type vibe.
I remember I was talking about this. I remember I was talking about this before, and you were expressing that it feels like it's this generation, that has, concerns around life cover, and it is not really putting it at the top of their priority list, because when you look at our parents, some of our parents, right, like yours,
I'm sure your parents had life cover.
I'm sure they did, but it was never a conversation that we had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or maybe they didn't want to burden you with the idea of mortality.
It's possible.
And make you feel like, oh my gosh, my parents are talking about death. This means that they're going to die soon.
And interestingly, a part that I didn't tell you, actually, I haven't told you this, but my father and I have actually started talking about it now. Yeah. We've started talking about it now. It makes me think, what took us so long? Why have we not been having this conversation? But equally so, you and I didn't have this conversation for years.
I also think, when you speak about generations, do you also think that our priorities are a bit skewed? And, let's not speak for everyone. Maybe you guys can tell us in the comment section. Yeah. Do you have life cover? At what age did you take out life cover? Because I know that there are people that are early bloomers, bought their first property at like 24, have life cover, have education policies and so forth and so on, right? At what age did you do it, and what made you want to take out life cover?
When did we have the first conversation about life? When did we have our first conversation about life cover?
I'm even embarrassed to say.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not saying the time.
Oh,
but
the first time. The first time we had a conversation about life cover was
when you said that I must get life cover.
I think it was about Hako was about 4.
Yeah.
Hako is 9 now. So that was 5 years ago. Yeah. And we had this conversation, but we didn't act on it.
Yeah.
So the reason I was so adamant that we take out life cover is because Lerato, he still wants his bike.
Yeah.
How are things going on that?
My priorities. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to get
No. Against. Okay.
No. Let me tell you what the thing is, right? So I've been in a situation where I could get a bike. I don't want to get a motorbike and then it's like, but baby, we haven't done this and we haven't done. And then now I'm looking at this motorbike and it's just a thorn, in our relationship. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I want to do it with a clear conscience. I want to come home and like to the point where even if she doesn't like it, I'm like, I've done everything at this point. What more can I do? So I'm working on it. But like maybe my birthday this year, you understand? Maybe my wife is going to buy me a bike on my birthday.
Well, I bought you a helmet and Orayule can.
Listen, 20th of August, guys. 20th of August. Maybe we should start crowdfunding. Guys, listen.
Angel investors.
Angel investors. Guys, my birthday is on the 20th of August. Please tell your uncle who is part of that Harley club. It has to be a cruiser. I need a bike, guys.
I bought you a helmet.
Because then if it's a gift, but
a helmet.
Okay, you will just now, baby. Because then I'm gonna come home with it, and then you're gonna say, "How much did you buy that for?" I'm gonna say they gave it to me. They're like, they didn't give it to you. I'm like, they gave it to me. You understand?
I like that TikTok thing. I bought the helmet about 4 years ago, but we're squirreling. We are off ramping. So I remember when Lerato was very adamant, and we used to fight about this bike, guys. I think we almost even got divorced. I remember
it was worth having the fight,
but like we literally went to counseling.
That fight was worth it
because we were just not getting along. Every time he would bring it up, it would start a fight because I was just like, it's me or the bike. Because for me, a bike felt like
a death sentence.
Right? And my mom would even say, he's signing his life over, whatever. And I felt like, Chief, get your affairs in order. Get life cover so that
when it wasn't should. My wife was thinking, when you die.
Should I die? Black people have this thing called should I die? No, I was like, should anything happen to you, let's just make sure that, I don't have to now sell the house.
I can buy that Range Rover that you promised me all my life.
Imagine, so I'm going to buy a Range Rover. I guys, priorities, imagine.
How
much is this life cover?
10 meter more. 10,
and I'm going to go buy a Range Rover.
Oh, it's too 2.5.
Wow, guys. Priorities.
Anyway. Yes.
So that's when we started having that conversation. Yeah. I don't know why we didn't act on it.
Yeah.
I feel like I was saying, the vision was blurry, priorities were skewed, we were in survival mode, and we didn't act on it.
Right, and that is so you do know why we didn't act on it.
Yeah.
There wasn't purpose. It wasn't purpose driven. So we weren't clear as to why this was important in our lives, and we know today that look, this is an important thing. This is the responsible thing to do. When you start, so priorities change in life.
Yeah.
Okay. At one point in your life, what you're thinking about is your next meal, right? And then you graduate a little bit in life, and your next concern is what car I'm going to drive and what house I'm going to get, right? And then life kind of gets comfortable, and then you're forced to kind of be like, what's next? It's a human condition. That's our thing. We're just like, what is next? Thank God for us, we are thinking about the responsible next, right? And for us, it's like, okay, what's next is the legacy that we're going to leave for our children. And part of that legacy is, should I die today, as young as we are, but should I die today, what is it that I'm going to leave behind to my children? Now, is this a conversation that we should have had at the age of 25? Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
We are sitting here saying to you that, guys, look, these are things that we should have spoken about back then, but alas, here we are, and we've obviously opened up our lives to you, and we're just confessing, and we're saying, listen, we didn't think about it then, we're thinking about it now, and we'd like to encourage you to think about it as well, because this channel is just about empowering, right? We often speak about when you know better, you do better. Sorry, when you know better, you do better, right? Nobody had this conversation with us, so we might have seen it modeled, maybe we might have known about it, but nobody actually had the conversation with us, and so we're here having the conversation with you.
And what I love with my parents specifically, I don't know about your parents, is that with life insurance, it was like any other insurance. It wasn't a case of, oh my word, we can't think about our mortality because we're going to die tomorrow. Yeah. It's like, it's silly not having medical aid, because now you're like, if I get medical aid, I'm going to get sick tomorrow. If I get car insurance.
Is that what people think?
No, I'm saying about life cover, the stigma that is attached to life cover. Right? I think we should just see it as any other insurance. Because we have home insurance, we have car insurance, we have medical insurance. Why do we not have
the most important
life
of the list?
And you can't even put a price on life.
For sure.
Why is life cover an afterthought?
Yeah.
So I would really just encourage you guys, young, old, in between, let's be responsible.
Take responsibility.
And baby, I think when we also started having the conversation about life cover, I don't know about you, but I feel like back then, because we were in survival mode, we also thought that it was very expensive.
Exactly.
And we didn't do our research. Just in our minds in J, we're just like, you know what, we can't afford this right now. The way things are, the situation right now doesn't allow. But you realize that you spend so much more on other things.
Like alcohol. At Konka. You understand? No, but it's true. Guys, it's true. The thing is, the problem is that we often don't take a step back to really do an audit. And say, okay, what am I really spending my money on? I can't tell you how crazy it is. We had a conversation. It must have been around the time we started our channel, right? We had a conversation about how businessmen, right? We were talking about you being involved in my business and whatever, right? And how literally you'd find a breadwinner, a businessman, somebody who supports their family, right? They pass away, and then the family is just so in that conversation we're talking about how the wife is not involved in the day-to-day runnings of the husband's business and how they, right? But isn't it ridiculous that this man who had 5 cars, they lived in a mansion, the family's in dire straits because he didn't have life cover. So it's just prioritizing. It's not that you don't have it.
Yeah.
It's that you just feel like, tomorrow is promised when it's not.
You just feel like you're going to live forever.
Yeah.
Or also the misconception that it's expensive. And sometimes life cover starts from as little as what, like 300?
300.
I sound like an advert. From as little, it's 300.
From as little as 300. Yeah, but for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So just look into it, guys. Look into it. It's something that we looked into and we're like, oh, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? And we did it.
And I think also having kids just makes you think differently.
Gives you perspective,
but what's nice is imagine not having kids, but still thinking about your loved ones. Where as a breadwinner, right? If you are taking care of your mom, your brothers, and your sisters, when you pass away, it doesn't have to be now that your family needs to now live in squalor because the breadwinner is gone.
For sure.
You can think about your family's well-being and take care of them even in the afterlife.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just put the proceeds of that life cover into a will so that there aren't arguments now.
I like that.
Now, hey, because money, guys, it can make things really tricky. No, honestly, may his soul rest in peace. My dad's brother passed away last year from COVID, and it was weird because it was the first time I then had the conversation with my dad. I was like, listen, I don't want squabbles. Guys, we're 5 kids, I've got 4 siblings. I don't want there to be a discussion around, no, but this is my father's house. And for real, get your affairs in order. And it's just the responsible thing to do. If you we often say that love is an action.
Yeah.
Guys, love your people. Get your affairs in order. Do whatever you have to do to protect the future of your loved ones. Get life cover.
I love
It's a very simple, it's a very, it's almost too simple. It's but then we realize that, no, we actually have to have this conversation because as simple as it is, we didn't affect it for so many years.
No, we didn't. And, I love what, am I quoting McG?
You're allowed. Which one is this one?
I love at the end of his shows, he'll say, because we're talking about life cover.
Yeah.
As you're talking, I'm reflecting on life, on the afterlife, on growing old together, because I believe that we're going to grow old together.
Yes.
But we still have to
course.
have insurance because it's very necessary.
Yeah.
What would you like to be remembered? How would you like to be remembered?
I'll answer it.
Really?
I can't answer. What do you want to be remembered for?
I said it to you the other day. I was like, you know what? I want you to write. But you said I'm going to die before you. You're so confident in that.
Guys, let me explain.
Wow, this guy.
Let me explain.
Because stress.
Guys, you understand? Guys, my wife,
wow.
No, but it's fine. Then I'll die shortly after because of heartbreak, so it's fine.
So I'll be 90, you'll be 92. No.
91.
No, 90. I'll be 92, you'll be 90.
I'll be 90 and a half.
So I always say that I want to be remembered as someone, they might say, here lies a woman who loved people fiercely and saw people. I think everything else is secondary. I just want to be remembered as someone that loved people, that saw people irrespective of their class, their creed, their social status, all those other things. That's me. If anything else
came to me.
Else is really a bonus to say, she was she had a doctorate in, I don't have a doctorate, but
you will.
Something. Do I want one?
If you don't want one, you'll get an honorary one.
Do I want one?
I don't know. I'm saying whether you do or not, you'll get an honorary one. whether you do or not.
But
that's all I'm saying.
I am studying next year.
Yes, me too.
We are on it. Life cover.
I remember.
We're covering our future.
There you go.
There you go.
You understand? It's never too late, guys.
Ourselves.
Look at that.
Look at that.
36 and 38. Just imagine.
Studying, yeah.
It's weird. Nobody believes that we're 36 and 38. On all of my social media platforms, I write that I aspire to inspire in you all that God requires of you to reach the potential that He has built within you.
Sure.
That's what I want to be remembered for. So I want to be remembered for giving people permission to be the best version of themselves.
Love that.
And if I can do that through my life, then I feel like I will have fulfilled my purpose.
Yes, honey. And with that, we're going to say, and this was another...
To drop my mic now. Do you understand, guys? Because I'm alive.
The drama.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, me too.
And it wasn't as gloomy and morbid.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think sometimes people are scared to have these conversations because it makes you question your own mortality.
For sure.
And people don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, we're now depressed. 1, 2, 3.
Remember what we do here, guys. We support one another.
We do.
Each other.
We do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're just here to share information, just like you guys share information with us in the DMs and whatever. And the conversations that we're having, we're just going to share them with you because we feel like as a people, we got to level up. We got to link hands.
Yeah.
And we got to forge our way forward, guys. We got to fetch our futures. You know what I'm saying?
Futures. And guys, if you're wondering why I have a face beat by Chuli __ MUA. She is incredible.
Yeah.
We had a shoot for something very exciting for an amazing project that we're working on. And I was like, this face is going to serve on this podcast today.
No, the pressure of the editing. I must make sure that I don't lose.
Lose what?
You look gorgeous, baby.
Thank you, my honey.
You look amazing. No, just, now it's like, no, the colors, baby, they're not right. You need to, you understand? So I just need to, No, but you really look, you looked amazing in what you were wearing. I cannot wait for you guys to see her because, wow.
Listen,
Every now and then in life, guys, I go...
No, guys,
I need
to remind
I really... Guys, Jesus loves me. Do you understand? Whenever I'm in doubt,
you look at me
of whether, Jesus is alive, I look at my wife and I say, I know.
You're such a smooth talker.
No, he loves me, guys.
Smooth operator.
No, but guys, even you can see. Am I lying?
Guys, I'm charmed.
Am I lying?
It's over.
Am I lying? No, just look.
You know what people like to say?
Just look again.
People like to say, I'm a gone girl. People are like, hey, Petelo Orata Munna wa gage. She's so gone. Guys, I'm a gone
but
girl.
Guys, because I love my wife. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how could I not?
And this with that.
Did you look at her?
This.
Guys, just look at her quickly.
Baby, you're making me shy.
Just look again.
You're making me blush. And with that.
Mrs. South Africa, guys. Mrs. I feel like we need to start a petition. Okay, a crowdfunding for motorbike. Petition for Mrs. Sauda.
Wow, guys. I'm not sure if I'm ready for Mrs. Sauda. Anyway.
Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that notification bell to know every single time we upload a new installment.
And this, ladies and gents, was another riveting installment of Here's a Thought with Lerato Lepeto. Too real. Yeah.
You know what it is.
I love you.
We
Bye.
Out.